between the Straits of Mackinac keeps their water levels in overall equilibrium. Lake Huron has the greatest shoreline length of the Great Lakes at 3,827 miles, or 6,157 kilometers, including 30,000 islands. The name of the lake is derived from the indigenous Huron people of the region, also known as the Wyandot.
Hello
Their
there.
traditional lands extended to Lake Huron's
Whoa. Oh, shit.
in Ontario. Georgian Bay is a large bay of Lake Huron and sometimes called the Sixth Great Lake because of its size and distinctiveness. It is 5,792 square miles, or 15,000 kilometers squared in size. In the course of doing the research for this series on the Great Lakes, I have come to understand deeply that the Georgian Bay of Lake Huron is formed by the Niagara Escarpment. The Niagara Escarpment runs predominantly east to west from New York through Ontario, Michigan, Illinois, and Wisconsin, with a nice half-circle shape attached to a straight line when drawn on a map. As I continue to go through the exploration of the Ontario side of Lake Huron, I will show why I believe this is a significant finding with regard to the Great Lakes of the region that we see today, that we have been taught to believe have always been there, but which I now believe are a relatively recent occurrence and weren't there before. A finding that I am particularly interested in is the presence of numerous waterfalls along the Niagara Escarpment, which I believe were very much a part of the original energy
Hey, sweet
grid.
boy.
From what I could find out in a search, the Great Lakes have been home to approximately 379 lighthouses, with 200 of them still active, and that Lake Huron has 70 lighthouses around its
Sweet boy.
shores. I find this noteworthy
Hey,
because I've
Bubba.
come to believe that along with waterfalls, lighthouses, rail infrastructure, and what we know
What
of
you
as
doing?
sports, were also
Huh?
part of the energy
What you
grid,
doing,
and that when the energy grid
Bubba?
was deliberately destroyed,
Huh?
it resulted in the destruction of the land around this key infrastructure,
Hey,
turning it
sweetheart.
into dunes, deserts, swamps,
What's
and
he
bogs,
doing?
and causing the land to shear off and become submerged. I will be
Good
looking
boy.
at more evidence to
What a
this
sweet
last point
boy.
here on the Ontario side of Lake Huron, in particular with what is found along the
That's my
Niagara
sweet boy.
Escarpment. For
He's a
point of
sweet boy.
information, along with approximately 88 lighthouses along the shore of Lake Michigan, which has more lighthouses
Listen to
than any
Michelle
of the Great
Gibson.
Lakes, and approximately 78 lighthouses around Lake Superior,
I love me
42
some
of them
Michelle
being in
Gibson.
Michigan. One of Michigan's nicknames is the Lighthouse State, as it has more lighthouses than any other state. With regards to the bathymetry of Lake Huron and its Georgian Bay, the water depth ranges from 0 to 100 meters, or 328 feet, for the most part throughout both of them, with the deepest part of Lake Huron being in the middle at 229 meters, or 750 feet in depth, where the X
Where's
is
y'all up
circled
to?
in red. The average depth of what constitutes Lake Huron is 59 meters, or 195 feet. The Great Lakes region is notorious for its shipwrecks, with an estimated somewhere between 6,000 to 10,000 ships and somewhere around 30,000 lives lost. The reasons given for the high number of shipwrecks consist of things like severe weather, heavy cargo, and navigational challenges.
Had
There
the
are
time of
estimates of
my
over 1,000
life,
shipwrecks in Lake
and
Huron.
I owe it all to
I'm going to make my way back up to Point Edward,
me,
where the St. Clair River
for the
feeds
most
Lake
part.
Huron by way of Windsor and Ontario, which is directly across from